At the end of the 2021 season, Fabio Quartararo's message to Yamaha was clear. Make sure the focus is the engine, and the engine only, for 2022. It remains unclear what Yamaha are going to do in terms of their engine package. Quartararo says if we can qualify well on a Saturday, we can fight for podiums and wins. But if we don't qualify well, forget about it. There's no chance of beating the Ducatis. Now this has been an age-old debate for Yamaha over the past 15 years. Even longer. It has been something that they've always talked about, and the media has talked about in regards to the DNA of the M1 Yamaha. You know, it is not a bike that has always had massive top end compared to the Honda, Ducati. It's a bike that works well through the corners, and Quartararo says that they've maxed the potential, or close to it, for what they can through the corners, and now is the time to work on the engine. But when working on the engine and adding more power, does that mean they lose the DNA of the Yamaha when in the corner? It's the age-old debate. Now when you look back through history, the 2007 Yamaha, and 2006 for that matter, early on in that season, in the 2006 season, Yamaha had a very fast engine, but it was very unreliable. Valentino Rossi retired from several races, and Yamaha then went back to an engine that didn't upset the characteristics, so it didn't actually have failures, and it went back to a older model of the old characteristics of turning well through the corners and accelerating well out of corners. But when they've tried it, in future years, it doesn't really work, and I think that Quartararo is going to be frustrated with Yamaha in terms of their engine. As he said at the end of season test at Jerez, that they didn't really change anything. It was essentially the same bike that he had rode throughout 2021. But is that necessarily a bad thing? Oh, I don't think so. He's the only one of Yamaha that looked competitive in 2021. And if he can carry that into 2022, he will be at the front fighting for victories. But I do get his point where he says that they're going to lose so much to Ducati and Honda and other manufacturers. But Yamaha's DNA is about the smooth, buttery ride. It's just so nice to control through the corners. It glides around the track, not like the Ducati where it's top end power and it's clearly the best. I get his frustration, and he still hasn't signed a contract yet. I imagine he will sign a big bumper deal with Yamaha that'll see him stay there for several years. But could he be enticed to go somewhere else? Could we see Honda offer him something? Could we see Ducati possibly offer him something, which I don't think is likely? But 2022 for MotoGP is already gaining such momentum, and we hadn't even turned the wheel yet. I do think Quartararo will stay at Yamaha, but I'm very interested to hear his comments after the first test in February. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think Quartararo will get his wish of having more engine power with the Yamaha in 2022, or do you think Yamaha will stick to their same philosophy that they have done and have been successful with in MotoGP? Make sure to subscribe to Christ MotoGP for more content, and I will see you in the next video.